to be the part of Open Talk 2020 forum. I would like quickly to take you through the journey of my life, which I call the University of Hard Rocks of Life, because it was only after my college that my real education began. I started my career selling shoes from a little shop that my father had started. I realized that there was very little room to grow, and I was offered a full-time job in a nationalized bank. I declined the offer as I wanted to do something of my own where I could enjoy what I do. So about 42 years ago, I started with two looms in my own house in a small town, Churu in Rajasthan, as a contractor manufacturer, producing rugs for the larger exporter in Jaipur. I borrowed $200 from my father to buy two looms and an old cycle to travel to beaver houses and day-to-day work. The beginning were humble yet filled with challenges. One of the first challenges I faced from my own family members in those days, rug weaver belonged to untouchable class and were not given the same social standing as others. Given the strong class system in India, interaction was not only discouraged but was looked down upon. I faced a lot of resistance from my own family members and neighbors, but I could not understand how could they be different human beings. I fell so much in love with weaving and weavers that I used to take my lunch and eat with weavers and their families beside the loom on which they made their carpet. I used to spend entire day working with them and learned the basic of weaving. I discovered and realized that some of the most beautiful rugs in the world were made by those who did not have the most basic rights in the society. Within 2 years, I established 10 looms in and around my village in Rajasthan, and thereafter I further expanded as a contractor for next 8 years. One thing I learned was to appreciate the wisdom that people at the grassroots generally have. Women manage home, food, children, and still take time to weave the carpets. They are probably some of the best managers in the world. I had already been very successful in creating a good name for myself for quality and quantity in carpet weaving. But when I started running a global business, I realized that my past success have created a false feeling of goodness within me. I realized that good is the enemy of best, and I have developed a mental disease called euphoria. I was very successful at working with the people at grassroots, but now I have to learn new skills and change my leadership style to run a global business. So to address the challenges, we created a philosophy, finding yourself through losing yourself. Finding yourself through losing yourself. The more I lose myself, the more I find myself. Because I realized that ego is the biggest problem. In 2004, we set up Jaipur Foundation to nurture the heart-to-heart connection at the grassroots. This in turn brought mindset change, empowering our artisans to develop the understanding of the customer needs. In 2008, Professor C.K. Prahlad, who was the top management thinker at the time, did a case study on Jaipur Rug. In the case study, we attribute the success of Jaipur Rug to the following reasons. First is our vertical integration and nurturing capability of the people at the grassroots. There are 60 processes in carpet making, and all of them is either owned by us or highly influenced by us. Secondly, passing on more benefits to the weavers and cutting down the middleman. It was a very challenging process. As I was taking someone business, I was constantly threatened by many contractors. One day, a politically powerful contractor came to my office with a gun and asked me to leave the Gujarat, but I knew that it was the frustration of his failure. I believe that innovation will be a key for Jaipur to grow further. In 2014, we begin an initiative to include our viewers in the product development and design process to unleash the creativity and of our talented artisan we work with. We termed it Man Chaha project. Man Chaha in Hindi means freedom to design, so that the artist puts their heart and soul. Today, I am proud to say that Man Chaha project had won over 7 global awards. In 2017, one of our artisan, Bimla Devi, who has never been out of her village, never went to school, surprised the world with the simple yet magical designs that went on to win the German Design Award. And she went to Germany to take the award. My future vision for Jaipur is to create the best artisan propositions where each and every of our artisan will become the artist and shall be connected with the world of design. This shall allow the artisan to a greater share of the wealth they produce. Furthermore, I see Jaipur as a platform of connecting the end consumer with the artisan so that they can both emotionally connect with each other. This shall lead the utmost level of dignity of our artisan. In last year, 2019, Raj Sisodia, in his book, The Healing Organization, published a case study on Jaipur about the power of innocence. I believe innocence could be the future of the management science. Innocent people have the power to see and understand things others can't. This will transform the business around the world. I often say that we don't sell carpet. We sell family blessings. We sell experiences. We sell story. When our customer buys the carpet, he gets the blessing of our artisans, and our artisans receive back the healing which comes from the customer happiness and warmth. This completes the circle. Lastly, I would like to share that handmade industry has fear from the machine-made carpets, but we at Jaipur see that as a challenge where we are seeking help and looking forward to collaboration. In the era of Internet of Things, the way Haier has integrated the consumer goods with consumer experience, we are exploring how can we learn to integrate our handcrafted product through innovative partnership opportunity. How can we use technology to optimize our supply chain? How to integrate technology in our goal of co-creation. Thank you, and we are very much looking forward to learning from you.